Let me call this number back here real quick and line you off.
Hello.
Hood champion, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. What you got?
Good, good. I just wanted to call. I'm here in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked on your channel. And are you still live? Was it
Yeah,
like an hour ago or something?
I'm still live. What you got?
Okay, yeah. I happened to catch it when that gentleman was saying, oh, Remy knows these dudes and he knows and she knows about guns and the daughter should be with the fuck. He sounds like a fucking idiot. I see why you blocked him and you should keep him blocked. And like you said, because I could tell when you're listening to him, and then he's like, oh, you blocked me, and then you said, what's your name and so forth. Because I was in a marriage for 20 something years, probably like Remy and Papoose, right? I was the caregiver. I have a son, and after a period of time, people don't know what goes on behind doors. And regardless of what, nobody knows what went on behind door. You know what I'm saying? But who doesn't know somebody in the streets that does this, or especially from Brooklyn, from anywhere? You know what I'm saying? I'm a chick like Remy. I'm a good girl. I'm a woman. My name is Erica, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But just because you know these people, you have them in your family. So he just kind of sounded a little bit of condescending and one-sided to me. And I didn't like that. It just kind of rubbed me wrong a little bit when I heard that. But I really, really enjoy your show. And I just kind of started picking up watching, your show and stuff like that. But like I said, I just thought that was a little bit one-sided for him to say what he said about Remy. And then I don't know who started that, picking that out these last few days. You know what I'm saying? But it was never really said. But
They said they picked out what? They said they picked out what? What was never really said?
About when she said they were saying like she when she had the Angie Martinez
Oh yeah.
interview, and and everything was cool. All was said. She was single. Then it went from she was single, that she was a girl's girl. Then it's like, oh, she know dudes with drugs because she knew sports and she knew, hey, and I know she probably cheated first. Well, if nobody knew what went on, me and my husband ain't slept together in 20 years. But I wasn't out running around. But I'm divorced. I just got divorced last year. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was irrelevant what he was saying. You know what I'm saying?
I'm following with you. You said something that got my attention. You said you and your husband hadn't messed around in 20 years, but y'all just got a divorce. What do you mean by that?
Exactly. I just don't. I have been a provider. He's a gambler. Quiet, just like motherfucking Papoose. Oh, he's just everybody in town. Oh, he's such a cool dude. Y'all don't know what this motherfucker's like behind doors. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to business and kids and all of that stuff, this dude don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. But exactly, yes, I just choose. I'm celibate. And before that, I did move out last year, but I do have a son, but he's kind of one of those dudes. It's my house, my car, bills are my name, right? But he's not the type of man that says, hey, she don't want to be with me no more. Let me move on and go get my own. No. I said, look, okay, you can keep the house, you can keep this, you can do this, you can stay with my son. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no child, because I literally I waited until my son graduated.
Yeah.
You know, before I did that, I stayed, but we didn't sleep. We stopped sleeping together since my son has been 10. And I just, you know, I'm nervous about, like, you just never know what's in these streets and who doing what. So I just it's just something just that I'm not into.
I got a question
But if
for you.
but sure, what's up?
Yeah. First, I want to tell you that I appreciate you calling in. I think your story is pretty amazing. So, how did you how were you able to manage being
As far as
being?
sex,
Well, I'm gonna ask you about that too, but to be separated but married in the same house.
oh yeah. But like I said, he's like one of those dudes like Papoose. He don't say nothing. I can do what I want to do. But like, you know, Remy was saying, you know, oh, he was stuck to my nuts. She couldn't do this. She couldn't do that. He wasn't like that. I could do whatever I wanted. I could, and I could still. I'm talking to you right now, and he's on the couch. Like I said, because I just came back just like a few months ago. So it's just. I don't. People do it all the time, but you just don't see it because it's behind doors. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I'm tracking. So you just came back after a few months back to your own house because you were traveling.
Yeah, I left around this time last year, but I only stayed 2 months. And I to be honest with you, it was a dude that I met before my husband, and we rekindled. You know, so it was somebody that I already knew.
Right.
So I said, well, you know, I'm gonna see if I can get a change of scenery, because I have been through hell with this dude. Because, you know, it's like when you get to a point like that sometimes in a relationship, he digs a hole, right? And I'm giving you a scenario. He'll dig a hole, and he'll have one leg in and one leg out. Okay, now when he about to go all the way down, then that's when he want to let me know. Then he fall all the way in, and then I gotta pick him up. Do you know how to get tired you get of doing that? Year after year after year. Just be upfront with me. Just tell me what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do it. He knows me. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do what?
I'm a little bit younger than him. You know, and I'm black. My name is Erica. I'm so sorry. I should have introduced myself before.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, I'm right outside of Houston. But you know, like I said, I've been a fan, and actually, I thought Papoose. I had a little crush on him because he reminds me of Tony, my dude. I told him of the dude that I met before my husband. So I was like, you know, he stands up. But then after I started, and I still don't know everything about Papoose, but I think Papoose, as a man that's older than Clarissa, regardless if you get money or if you're not, dude, hey, you see this young lady coming up and doing what she doing, and you getting her money, and you can't, you know, protect her a little bit more and say, hey, you know, what could you say? Blah blah. He just don't, and he wasn't on that phone when she did that signing and stuff. He just acted like that. That's a Hollywood thing. You know what I'm saying? Big time. But I just when that guy said that just irked me. Just
let me ask you.
And I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I clicked it, and you were on. You know.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. So, I think you may be an inspiration to a lot of people, men and women, because you say he went 20 years without the rubber dub, with the freaky deaky, without sex. How the hell did you do that?
Like Remy and them. Like I said, they hadn't been intimate in a long time.
No, but how did you go 20 years without being deflowered?
Well, you have to also understand, I'm a woman of a particular age. I'm just 55, but after I had my son when I was 35, I had an issue with my pituitary gland, and that's a hormone.
Yeah, the pituitary gland.
So yes, and I had surgery growing on it, so that deals with the thyroid and all that stuff, and so, but
the pituitary gland. Did you start growing tall or something?
No, yeah, that's one of the things that it can cause. But this
Gigantism.
one,
You don't.
my
So
body doesn't produce cortisol,
okay.
which
So you
is the
don't.
stress hormone.
Okay. So you don't have gigantism.
Yeah, I still got all my tools down there, and if the right one coming on, I know how to produce juice, and I still know how to do what I do, but I just don't choose to, and I don't think anything is wrong with that.
No, no. I'm just curious. How does somebody, remain celibate
Do
for
I
20
want
years?
to? Yes, because you're cute. Of course.
You said
but
who?
I'm just,
You said
hee
I'm
hee ha
cute.
ha. Come on,
Yeah. You said who's cute? I'm cute.
Oh yeah, you're a very nice lady and gentleman.
All right, well, I appreciate it, man.
But like I said, I'm gonna subscribe. So and I'm gonna shout out to you, and I'm gonna say, hey, this is Texas, and you'll know that it's I'm gonna do that right now. And and like I said, it's and I'm gonna be chiming in on it. But that idiot that just when you were talking, like I said, I kind of caught the end of it, but I did hear you say that he was blocked, and you were like, what? Because yes, texting can come across a little bit. Texting, I mean, can come across a little bit different from talking on the phone, and it just sounded ignorant what he said, and I didn't like it. It just woke me up out of my sleep. I got to use the restroom, and I turned on my TV.
All right.
And I was just like, what the
Yeah.
F?
Yeah. Okay, well, let me take some more calls, all right? I'm going to talk to you. I got some other people calling in.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, you take care.
Keep him blocked. Don't block his number.
Okay, yeah. They said block his number.
Have a good one.
All right, all right.